I got this back a while back. I went and got a load of junk from a feller. We did some swapping, and I got this here thing is about, I guess about 18 foot long or so, give or take a foot or two. And it measured 14.5 foot wide. Well, I had to cut it to haul it, but I've got the other piece right there, that piece that's got that angle on it, or that flat channel on it. He was using it for lifting jet skis and whatnot, and sorry about the wind, but he was using it for lifting jet skis. Well, I cut it to be able to haul it in the back of my short 6.5 foot bed truck. And I'm gonna put some sleeves over it, that way I can put this back in it and then weld everything real good. And I'm gonna set it in concrete, I guess about 6-8 foot, probably about 10 foot from the front of my shop. That way I can lift lawn tractors and lift bins to load them, pull motors, whatever I need to do. So I'll show you just a second what I'm using to fix it. This pipe here fits over that. I mean, I'll have to do a fillet weld and stick it real good, but I'm gonna cut it at 2 foot. This is at 2 foot. I'm gonna cut two pieces at 2 foot. That way I've got a foot on either side of the pipe I'm putting back together, and that should be plenty strong enough to lift a motor and transmission out of a bed of a truck or a bin full of junk or whatever and load it in a truck. But I may put it in a different spot in what will be in front of my shop, so I can pull bins up under it. But I want it close to my shop, that way I can, if I'm working on a vehicle, I'm close to my tools. Don't have to drag stuff so far. But yeah, I'll record some progress. I don't think your chop saws are supposed to smoke like that out of the end. So I believe I just killed it, which means I'm not going to be able to cut these straight. I don't even know if that one's straight, but I do have 2 angle grinders, so I will finish said job with that. And I just put that new blade on there. Anyways, more to come. I'm gonna watch a couple YouTube videos on how I should grind the bevel, or how I should do the grind in order to weld this pipe successfully as a sleeve over that pipe. I might ought to drill some holes and do some plug welds as well. Maybe a couple on each side of the joint. I don't know. But there is a spot on the pipe out there where the pipe has already been welded together, and I cut this at 2 foot so I can go over that, get a good burn into the pipe, and then go over this piece. This piece will probably come in here about 8 or 10 inches, and then the rest will be over that other piece. But these pipes the smaller pipes will butt together inside. So I may figure out where I want that and put 2 decent size, or no. I'm gonna watch some videos because I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, I'm gonna redo that hook thing there too. I've got a chain hoist and an electric winch I can hook to it to lift stuff. But I don't know which I'm going to do yet. So let me get this other piece cut, and I'm going to weld them both to this. That way, when I go to put it back together, once I get the holes dug and stand it up, no, I'll weld it on the ground. I just got to watch and make sure it's square. Alright. Okay. I've got the... I've watched 3 or 4 videos on how this should be done. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm getting ready to split the difference on that and run some fat tack welds on it at least. And I don't want to weld. I've got it as straight as I can. If it's off just a little bit, it'll be okay, because the main structure is in this pipe here, and that comes to about right there, which leaves about 8 inches of pipe over that. On this side, it'll have about 12 or 14 inches of pipe over, but that's because of the way those crappy welds were on that one out there, the other pieces. I'll put some weld down and do some more recording in a minute. Well, I got about 1 inch of weld to do. I don't know. I need to grind that and go over it again. I don't want to touch it. It's still hot. But it don't look bad for welding rusty old pipe with flux core wire. I did clean it up best I could, but I'm getting good penetration, seems like. I'm going to grind that spot right there and re-weld that, because it's ugly. I need to grind right there and go over it some more. But I believe I'm getting good penetration. Get plenty of heat in it, that's for sure. I don't see much undercut. I'm shooting a bead up in there and then going over it. But I'm doing it a little at a time because I'm old, my back hurts. And yeah. And my gun angle is pointed in. So hopefully that'll do it. I'll have more. Yeah, I forgot to do any more video after before I painted it. The welds actually look fairly good. Paint shows blemishes a little more. This all here was up top here was nothing but booger welds, and I put right there, and then in there's one, and then there. I burned it in real good and deep, but I got some inclusions. I think that's what you call those holes. But it's solid-ish. I think it'll do what I need it to do. I'm gonna put me some gussets in here at the ends of the angle iron to hold it better. I know I'll have to do some grinding and get rid of paint, but that's fine. Use cardboard templates to do it. But I will probably edit this all together and post it in a video. Like I said, I'll probably edit this all together, post it in a video tonight. I haven't uploaded in a while. So like, comment, subscribe. Don't do things the way I do. Do them the way you do. Thanks a lot.